Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Guys, wanna see that little something here what them call kitten? Nice and soft and fluffy and, as far as I'm concerned, extremely beautiful. This has ruined many a man. Enough of it send go poorhouse. And in this classic case, this story is about Neville Blythe. Now, I'm going to tell you a bit of Neville Blythe's story, but at the same time, this is a lesson for men. This is a lesson for men on the whole. Because you see, we real men, we love that something here, you know. You see that kitten here? We love the kitten. Nice and soft and warm. But it is a ticket to the poorhouse. It can be a ticket to a cardboard box in front of the Supreme Court on King Street, or to a bed from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. at the Mary Atkins homeless shelter place on Hanover Street. Back in May of 2022, when I just started this channel, I put out this video here. That was May 21st, 2022. And the person who I got this story from was NB. That was the initial I got. To be frank with you, it could have been the same gentleman, Neville Blythe. I am not sure. But from the story that I've heard of him, and I have heard of many people, well, I know at least 3 women who worked for him who told me stories about him. 2 used to work at Morgan's Harbour back in the day, and 1 who used to work for UGI Insurance. Now, Neville Blythe was one of the richest men in Jamaica. And let me just give you a little bit of what he owned. He owned CVM TV, he owned Hot 102 FM, he used to own Jamaica Record back in the day, and then he moved to X News, he owned X News, then United General Insurance Company. He also owned Guardian Insurance Brokers. Then he owned gas stations, several gas stations, at least 3. And he owned a car parts place on Hagley Park Road in Kingston. And as I said, he owned Morgan's Harbour, which is a hotel and discotheque place. And it is the only marina for private boats and private yachts on the south coast. So this man is no small fry, and he came down to nothing. Now, I'm going to tell you how he came down to nothing. But this story is not really about Neville Blythe, you know. This is about telling men what not to do. So there is some instructions along with this video to tell men how to keep the money that they make and not show it all at Harry Bank. Yeah man, this channel is where you come when you want to learn. When you want to improve yourself, improve your life. Anyway, first of all, I'm going to give you a synopsis of this story that I had done back then, and which I think came from that man himself. And if it's not even him, was that NB, then at least it's somebody who chop it and fool like him. Now, in that story, this man, this rich man, he met this girl who was a nail technician. Girl sophisticated, from you see her with the nails and the hair and the eyebrow and the eyelash and everything. Nothing is hers, not even her skin color is really hers. And that for a real man is a big red flag. So him take her up, rent house giver. Eventually, he bought the house that she was renting, an apartment, a 2-bedroom townhouse actually. And this was in the Kingston 8 area. The man signed over everything to her name and furnished the place. Buy the girl all car. And after a while, because they were together for several years, going and coming, like about maybe 5 or 6 years. Eventually, he realized that she was sort of drifting and him couldn't see her more than so, and she making a lot of excuses for being with him. So what him do, him get frustrated or maybe him get suspicious and him go to the house where she living one night, the house that he bought and paid for. First the girl come and tell him say him cannot go in, she can't let him in. Force his way in only to see a man. Guess the man start create rumpus now. You understand me? Kick up rumpus. What the girl do? She called police on him. Police came, told him he couldn't stay there. The girl said that she owned the house. The girl stated that she owned the car, and she did. Because of the way he was acting, she said that he threatened her and the man inside. And therefore, the police advised her to take out a restraining order against him. Eventually, he was not allowed nowhere near the flat. Or no, him couldn't pass on the road and turn into that housing scheme ever again. And he had to just cut his losses and move on. Now, if there ever was a gal clown, it was that man. Now, guys, I'm going to give you a little scenario. And this scenario says it all. And guys, I want you to listen to me, because I want you to be prosperous. And if you don't follow the little quarter acre, it ain't gonna happen. Or at least you won't get there as quick as you should. So listen to this scenario, guys. Two men have $100, right? Two men have $100 each. And they walk into a strip club. Their purpose there is to get lap dances. And they needed to see how many lap dances they could get for their $100. The first man, he changed his $100 into $1 bills. The second man keep him $100 in his wallet, and then they both went and had seats. One woman come and she jump in the lap of the man with the $100 bill. And she gyrate on him and go around him and hug him and kiss him, etc., etc. And he took out the $100 bill and he gave it to her. Another woman came and did the same thing to the other man and he gave her $1. Another woman came and gave the second man another lap dance and he put $1 in her bra. A third one came, gave him a lap dance, and he put $1 in her G-string. Both of them are there for the entire night. And what? The first man, after he put the $100 in her G-string and she walked away, she never came back. So therefore, each of them have $100. The first man got one lap dance for his $100. The second man, he got 100 lap dances for his $100. Now, this is known as the principle of diminishing returns. You do not give everything you've got to a woman, no matter how much you have it. Because the minute she has everything that you have to offer, she's gone. What this man should have done, what he should have done, was to have rented the flat and put her there. Or even if he was going to buy the flat, buy it in his own name and put her there to live for free. And also with the car, buy the car in his own name and lend her the car. Therefore, the minute she slips, throw out her cartoon box, go for your car key. In other words, you have nothing to lose. Remember, when you walk away from her, what you have to show from her? Absolutely nothing. Because what? Pums have no value after the first 5 minutes. Well, or 10 minutes, or 15, or 20, as the case may be. You see, it is like a hotel room or a plane seat. You cannot go back and use a plane seat after the flight has taken off. You cannot go back into the previous day and rent the room for the previous day. That day is gone. Therefore, the value is only for today for whatever use you have for it, or for tomorrow, or a day in the future when it will have some value or be revalued. Now guys, when you put on these two things together and look at them, if the one on the left attracts you or make you feel better than the one on the right, then you are just like another Neville Blythe. Because him buy so much house and car give women, it not stop that so. What caused the downfall? What I hear that caused the downfall with this man in about 2011 or 2012 with the UGI insurance company was that instead of using the insurance premiums that come in to get reinsurance. And what I mean by reinsurance, for those of you who don't understand reinsurance, every insurance company go back. Don't get me wrong, I don't think we should be necessarily exploiting women. All I'm saying is, after a while, if things turn out the way you want it, and this girl had given you good service over time, and you feel like put the things in her name at some point at a later date, go ahead. But always leave enough room to back away with what you own. Because remember, you can own a car that nobody can touch it. You can own a home. You can own anything. The only thing in life you can never own is another human being. No matter how much ring you put on her finger, no matter how much legal documents you sign as man and wife, you cannot own another human being. Therefore, do not exchange something that you can legally own for something that you can never ever own. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying women shouldn't be supported, because men should. You have a lady, you need to take care of her needs. And that is the manly thing to do. And also I need to pass on another decent piece of information for you men who have stayed this long. There are certain specifics to look for when you are seeking a person. And frankly, if you are attracted to bling in a woman, when I say bling, if you're attracted to false hair, false nails, false eyelash, false eyebrow, false skin color, then you are a very shallow man. Because only 1 in every 100 women who come with them false thing there is really genuine. They are as false in their mind and in their heart and in their body and their soul as the falseness that they show on the outside. Their smile is as plastic as the hair on their heads. Their orgasms are as fake as the eyebrow that they shave off and draw further up in them forehead, because they think God didn't do a good enough job. The more natural you see a woman, natural, in her natural state, that's more likely to be a woman with a good heart, a good soul, pride, dignity, self-respect, ambition, and all the other qualities that you may find in a wife. You see, real women, genuine women, what they do is to let their greatness shines from the inside. They exude that naturally from within. It comes from within and exudes out. They don't wear it on the surface like a shell, a cover the exterior. It just emanates from within them. But women with a whole heap of bling, they are normally empty of inner beauty. So they have to compensate by putting all of that fandangles on the outside. And that way they attract shallow men. Men who are superficial, as superficial in their thinking as these women are in reality. Guys, I hope you can learn some lessons from this. And I hope these points I've made will help you to become better human beings and become much more prosperous as you keep more of your money in your pocket instead of handing it over to those who can be of absolutely no value to you. Thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.